Hi everyone, my name is Kevin. Today I want to show you how you can use voting buttons in Microsoft Outlook. As full disclosure, before we jump into this, I work at Microsoft as a full-time employee. What are voting buttons? Well, the name is pretty self-explanatory. Voting buttons allow you to vote on items in an Outlook email. So let's say, for instance, that you want to set up lunch with coworkers. Maybe you send an email out to coworkers and you provide three options. You have Thai, Italian, or American. People who receive the email can click on those different voting options. That'll send the vote back to you. And within Outlook, you'll get a summarized view of what everyone voted for. Now, a few things about this feature. It's interesting, but it does have some drawbacks. It only works within the same organization. So if you go to a school or you work for a company or an organization, you can only send it to people within your organization. So if there's someone outside of your organization and you send the voting options to that person, they won't be able to respond. Similarly, if you're a consumer user and you have an Outlook, you'll see that you can insert voting buttons, but the recipient of it will not be able to vote on it. So somewhat limited, but if your use case is within, say, just an organization, it could be a pretty handy way to tally up people's feedback via voting buttons. All right, well, why don't we jump on the PC and I'll show you how you can take advantage of voting buttons. Here I am on my PC in Microsoft Outlook, and this is the latest and greatest version that comes with Microsoft 365. Even if you're in an older version of Outlook, you should also be able to take advantage of voting buttons because they have been available for quite some time. Now today, I want to go out to lunch with a few of my coworkers, and I figure voting buttons is the best way to come to consensus on where we should eat lunch. To use voting buttons, what I need to do is first off, I'm going to click into a new email message. This will open up a new email message, and then I just simply need to include people who I want to go out to lunch with. So I'll go out to Emily. She's really a good person to go out to lunch with. And let me also add Adele as well. She's a very good conversationalist. So I've added both of them onto the to line of my email. And for the subject, what I want to do is I want to say vote, and then I'm going to say lunch. And by including vote, this simply serves as a reminder that I'm including voting buttons, and they'll be extra aware when they open this message that they need to vote. One of the drawbacks of voting buttons is they're not super apparent and it's very easy to miss. So I'm going to include this text just as an extra reminder. Now I'm going to type in a quick subject just to let them know what's going on. I've included some text, and now what I want to do is I want to include voting buttons. To include voting buttons, I'm going to go up here to the tabs and click on the one that says options. And under the tracking section, I see an option or an icon here that says use voting buttons. Let's click on that icon, and then I see a few different preset options. Approve, reject, yes, no, maybe. If this takes care of your need, you can include one of these. However, this isn't going to help us much for lunch, so I need to go ahead and create custom voting buttons. I'll click on custom, and this opens up a properties dialog, and here I see that use voting buttons is checked. That's good. And then I see approve, reject. If I click on this drop down, once again I see the three preset options, and just by looking at these I understand the format that I need to enter my options in. You'll see that between each word here, each option, there is a semicolon. That's how you separate items in the set of options for the voting. So here what I'll do is, let's say that we're thinking about either getting Thai, maybe American, and then we're also thinking about Italian. I've typed in my three options, that looks good, and let me go ahead and close now. I see confirmation in Outlook saying that you added voting buttons to this message. If I want to double check what I put in for the voting buttons, one thing I could do is I could click again on the use voting buttons, and here I'll see my custom option that I added with a check mark next to it, and that indicates that these are going to be the voting options that are sent out to all of my email recipients. So this looks good. Let's go ahead and send it out. Just because I'm sending this out to them doesn't mean that I can't vote with my own preference. I could click on my sent items, and here I see my message that I just sent, and it says this message includes voting buttons. Click here to vote, and I have my three options of Thai, American, or Italian. I really like this Italian place nearby, so I'm going to vote for Italian. And then it asks me to send the response now, and I'll go ahead and do that. Let me jump over now and we're going to take a look at Adele's inbox. Here Adele received my email and she sees that it says vote and then lunch. If I click on this message, I see an option up here that says the sender has requested a vote. Well, Kevin wants to go out to lunch with me. Let me vote on where I'd like to eat. So we have Thai, American, and Italian. Adele, I really love Thai food, so let's vote for Thai. And when I click on OK, this will send a response to Kevin. And now I'm going to jump into Emily's inbox as well. And here I see the vote lunch option. And here too, I see something that says the sender has requested a vote. I'm going to click here to choose an option. And Emily also really likes Thai. She has similar preferences to Adele, and we're going to go ahead and vote on Thai. I'm going to jump back into Kevin's inbox, and if I go back to my inbox view, here I could see that multiple people have now voted. One thing I could do is I could go through each individual, so I could click on Emily, I see that she voted Thai. I could click on Adele, I could see that she voted Thai, and I could click on Kevin, and I could see that I voted for Italian. So unfortunately, I'm the only one who chose Italian, and majority rules, so we'll end up eating Thai. Let's imagine though that you sent out your vote to 50, 100 people. Going through each individual email message can really be daunting. What Outlook does is it also includes a summary view. So if I go over and I hover over the sender responded and then their response, I could click on this and I could view the voting responses. And when I open this, I see a summary view of each and every single person and how they voted. So here I see 2 Thai and 1 Italian. I also see when they responded. What's nice too is up on top, I see the reply totals. So here I get a summary view of what everyone voted. So I see 2 Thai, 1 Italian, and 0 American, so we know which food option wins out for lunch. One thing that you could also do is not only can you look at the summary and you can view the tallies here, if I go up to File and then Print, I could also print out this view where I could see a summary of how people voted and I could see each vote. So just in case I wanted to print this, I have that option. Along with printing, I could also press Control A to select all the entries, or I could simply highlight all of the entries and then I can copy and paste this into an Excel spreadsheet. So to copy, use Control C, and then you could bring that to an Excel spreadsheet and paste it if you want to analyze all the votes that everyone submitted. This was a quick overview of how you could use voting buttons in Microsoft Outlook. If this video helped you, please give this video a thumbs up. If you want to see future videos like this, hit that subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification anytime new content like this comes out. And lastly, if you want to see me cover any other topics in the future, please leave a comment down below and I'll add it to my list of videos to create. All right, well, thanks for tuning in and I hope to see you next time. Bye.